Hello, and welcome to the Gaia update for June solstice 2023. I'm Adrienne Weiss. Well, this solstice has some of the most incredibly interesting and powerful energies. So I wanted to talk to you about this. The main thing that we're feeling during solstice week from the 19th to the 23rd is the exact sextile between Saturn in Pisces and Jupiter in Taurus. This is a story that's played out throughout time. Jupiter and Saturn come together about every 20 years. The last time that they came together into a conjunction was December 2020. Just as they came together in the end of Capricorn and then in Aquarius, giving us a very powerful message that it is time to move into the Aquarian age. It's time to move the wheel of fate and time forward and get out of the loops of the past. Saturn is like the old guard. It's like it has the energy of the original timeline, but also the way that the timeline has been controlled and manipulated. Jupiter represents the new king, the new energy, the new timeline coming in. So when Saturn and Jupiter come together, it's kind of like, okay, well, where do we go from here? It's a timeline reset. But what I've found through going through history and looking at these conjunctions between Saturn and Jupiter is that the blessings, the energy, the bloom of love and hope, a new direction doesn't come until the sextile of these planets. So Saturn and Jupiter are coming into this. They came together in Aquarius, but now Saturn in Pisces, Jupiter in Taurus, feminine signs. And Saturn in Pisces is speaking to, as the laws and the rules and the old guard, is speaking to rewriting the story of the Piscean age. Also recreating or manifest reality to be more in alignment with who we are as spiritual beings. So it's about, and Taurus, the energy of Taurus is about bringing things into manifestation, into form. Pisces, the last sign of the zodiac, Taurus, the second sign of the zodiac. And so it's about going into the uncreated, into the possibilities. The Pisces energy is like all of the dimensions available at one time, all possibilities, and reworking our reality according to a little bit more spiritual truth rather than this mundane matrix trap. So then with Jupiter, expansion and possibilities moving now in Taurus, it's speaking to manifesting into form this spiritual reality that we've been working on for quite a while. So this is what these planets in the sextile position, which is 60 degrees apart, end of the zodiac, the beginning of the zodiac, water sign, and earth sign. It's about awakening a love and a mystery and the blessings of what the original timeline of what we really came here for. Now, this is important in the energy of supernova souls. We found messages again and again that we were consciously present and aware at the birth of this consciousness that is this earth evolution. And we were a part of it. We carry in our DNA these what are called Gaia codes. This original codes of what this earth evolution wants to become, which is basically about moving forward spiritual evolution into the true potential that lies within the human soul in a human body. So we are forging into new territory. Saturn represents the last planet that's seen in the visible eye. It's about the boundary of what we know, what we don't know. And yet in Pisces, there's no boundaries. So it's like we're reaching out to other dimensional frequencies and bringing them into form. So this sextile has the energy of miracles and blessings, like what has been held back or kept from you, what's been stolen from you, beginning to return into your life. And the message is like, take time as much as you can during the solstice week to really be present with these energies, to be the cup that can receive the spiritual blessings. Taurus, Jupiter and Taurus is, Jupiter always brings an expansive energy, more amplification. And in Taurus, we're talking about value and self-worth. So can we feel worthy of the blessings of this world? That's who we are by design, supernovas. And isn't it interesting how much we want to give and love and heal, and yet how hard it is for us to receive these blessings for ourselves? And this is part of the reworking that's got to happen. The Saturn in Pisces, Jupiter in Taurus is a rewriting of the script, going back to the original vision, to the original story. And it's an energy of coming home to Earth. It's interesting that for this week, right up into the solstice and through the 22nd, we're still feeling that Gemini new moon energy, where the sun and the moon came into a square with Neptune. Now, the sun will continue to stay in square with Neptune through the 22nd. And so this is very interesting because we've got Neptune in Pisces. So a very big energy of Pisces with Saturn and Neptune. Saturn's at 7 degrees, Neptune's at 27 degrees. It's like holding down the beginning and the end sections of this reality. And so Neptune is about a rehashing and a reimagining of the Piscean age, Neptune and Pisces. Neptune coming to the end of its experience in Pisces won't move over to Aries until 2026. Very slow moving planet. But so the sun is who we think we are. And the sun in Gemini with this new moon, the sun and the moon in square to Neptune. So we're still feeling this energy, this watery confusion around who we think we are. And it's saying to us that without our voice, without expressing the truth of who we are, we'll never know who we are. We've lost our identity because we've lost our voice. It's interesting that this square between the sun and the moon and Neptune was also across the way, the sun and the moon, from the galactic center in Sagittarius, speaking of destiny, our greater unavoidable destiny. And wow. So we have got to reclaim our voice, our expression. We have to sing the song of creation, of spirit. It's up to us. We have this within us. We have these codes. We have this magic. It's up to us to start expressing this out in the world again. Now, this ended up being a grand fixed or a grand mutable cross for the new moon with Ceres in Virgo. Ceres is asteroid goddess representing our etheric connection to the earth, the life body of earth, the goddess earth, the living, breathing, mysterious, beautiful planet we get to live on. It's actually a living, breathing goddess too. And so Ceres represents our relationship to her on that level. And across from Neptune in Virgo, it's saying we have got to rework the dream of Earth. You know, Virgo has an energy of purification, of discrimination. It's like, clean it up, purification. And it's all about opposite Neptune, though. We're talking about dreams, on visions, on what's possible. So Ceres opposite Neptune kind of has this energy of like, give us back the dream of Earth. It's not your planet. You have no right to do this stuff here anymore. You know, it's talking to the control energies and constantly trying to create energies, keep humans in a state of trauma and drama. It's just not working. And that's the beautiful thing about this solstice week. This is a celebration of a massive turning point, and we don't really know and understand what that means, but those of us who can feel it know it, you know, that the energies of control and domination and creating negative creations and traumatic events not taking hold in our consciousness right now. That means it's time for us to step up and sing that song, to step up and be the Holy Grail cup that can receive the blessings, the light flooding into our world. We've got to open up to receive these energies deep on a cellular level. That's the energy of Mars coming up to Black Moon Lilith. Mars and Leo, we've got both Venus and Mars and Leo, very powerful activation of our two suns, our two lights, our masculine light, our feminine light. And so it's very beautiful that Mars and Venus are getting very close to a conjunction, but they won't come into an exact conjunction. They'll get 3 degrees apart over the next few weeks. And so we're just starting to feel this dance of the fires within. It's a activation of the creative fires because get this. So Venus will come up to Black Moon Lilith too, but for the solstice, we're feeling Mars, Black Moon Lilith. That's peaks out on the 21st, 22nd. And we'll feel this through the whole week. And this isn't the Mars rules is our masculine side, and it also rules the physical body. It rules our raw will. Black Moon Lilith in Leo is very interesting energy because Black Moon Lilith it's not a planet, it's just a place out there. It's the furthest away that the moon gets in its orbit, kind of bringing these deep mysteries of what we don't understand, representing in our birth chart deep and profound hidden secrets. In this case, the hidden secrets have to do with our light and like shining, like showing who we really are as spiritual beings and what's in the way of that. What happened deep in our consciousness and our psyche, so long ago or in recent lifetimes, but what's keeping us down in the dungeon of the darkness? We were told we were dark and bad again and again when all we did was just come be here as who we are. And it's time for this reconciliation. Like, it's got to balance out. And here we are. We're at the turning of the tables, the turning of the tides. Now, that has to do with Pluto coming into square with the nodes of the moon. This peaks out in July and August. Oh, destiny, man. It's like Pluto, the nodes, just as the nodes are switching signs from Taurus, Scorpio to Aries, Libra, and then coming in to a T square, the South Node, North Node, Aries, Libra, Libra South Node, Aries North Node, into square with Pluto at the end degrees of Capricorn. It is just this big game-changing moment because Pluto is the destroyer. Pluto is about breaking down. It's about uncovering the mysteries and bringing the truth. So it's like as the nodes are shifting sign, the nodes stay in a sign about a year and a half, so it's like a story we've had since the beginning of 2021, 2022, I mean. And so with these nodes in Taurus and Scorpio, and now it's like a whole new story. At that moment, at that shift, in a T square with Pluto at 29 Capricorn, oh my gosh. Because Pluto is this unknown, mysterious wrecking ball energy, and it has to do with our power, our psychic power that we don't know we even have, right? It's hidden and it's mysterious and it's powerful. So the whole reason this spiritual evolution has been able to be held back has to do with making sure that we don't know our own power, right? And this is the game-changing moment. At Pluto at 29 degrees, Capricorn, we're breaking the chains of all external control we've ever allowed on our power and owning it. But it's quite a transition. Okay, there's quite a powerful energy here around how do we handle this shift in our physical bodies? And that's where we get this Mars, Black Moon, Lilith. It's like, it feels like a Kundalini awakening. of the energies of Earth that have long been sleeping giant awakening. So Mars, Black Moon, Lilith is like igniting a fire in our physical body that's allowing a cleanse and a purge and a receiving of these light codes, the energies coming in from the sun in the universe right now. So it's powerful because not only is Mars going to be with Black Moon Lilith for the solstice, but they will be in an exact sextile with Mercury in Gemini. Mercury at home in Gemini, seeking an understanding, a new understanding. Gemini is about communication and relating, and Mercury is the ruler of Gemini. So we're looking for we have a brand new perspective coming that has to do with the completion of the Mercury retrograde in Taurus. So this is the completion of Mercury retrograde in Taurus because we've got, this is the third and final sextile between Mercury and Mars. And so they happened twice when these planets were in feminine signs, Mars in Cancer, Mercury in Taurus. Now, the third and final time, these planets are in masculine signs, both masculine energy planets. And so it's a divine masculine activation. So it's an awakening of the earth, but it's about the spiritual warrior being able to uptake this vibrational frequency, you know? And so it's very powerful because not only do we have the sextile between Mars and Mercury, which will peak out, that will be from the 21st to the 23rd. And then Mars, Black Moon, Lilith exactly conjunct. But there's also a backdrop energy going on of Black Moon, Lilith in trying to Chiron in Aries. So Black Moon, Lilith, and Leo, the fire sign, in trying to Chiron our deepest wounds in Aries. And we've been working with this energy of Chiron and Aries. What is this about? The deepest wounds of where we've given our power away, but also the I am vision, the potential of spiritual man, of wholeness, the impulse of Christ consciousness. This is what Aries holds. It holds that potential of the one, you know? And so it's like with Chiron, there, our deepest wounds is like that picture, that possibility of the perfected man who can achieve light body, like we were shown through the story of Jesus and Yeshua. This is a massive activation. So this trine in the backdrop is a fire trine. It's harmonizing these energies. And we've got, and the sextiles are just so sweet. They're like creative solutions, and we can figure this out. We can work together. Trines are just like harmonized. So we've got harmonized fire, divine masculine, Kundalini activation. And so we'll feel that trine between Black Moon, Lilith, and Chiron through it'll be exact through the first week of July. So it's a very powerful energy that is saying this is a fire activation. This is when you get that fire under your butt and you finally take a step in the direction you've always wanted to go, which you probably don't even know exactly what it is because we've been so hidden in the dark. Us as lights, as Black Moon, Lilith, and Leo saying the lights have been hidden in the dark. Oh, can we move forward while you're staying hidden in the dark? What is within you that needs expression right now? It's got to come out. It's got to come to the surface. So it's like this massive fire activation, but at the same time, it's kind of like a slow burning, where we can take the time to adjust to these changes with our physical body. It's a very powerful time for self-care. And the message again of this week, it's like set everything aside. This is magical, epic astrology. Just as we turn into the Pluto square, the nodes, the world will never be the same again. Stop everything. Go to the woods, go to nature, be with the mother, make room, be with others that you know, and celebrate the joy and the communion of life, of what we're really here for. This vibration of joy is what pushes us over the edge, right? It's like if enough of us are in the energy of pure natural joy, it's game over for the dark side. And that's exactly where we're at right now. This is the tipping of the scales and the flipping of the tables and the turning of the tide. But this week, we're going to pause for a moment in sextile land, you know? And this beautiful feminine sextile with Saturn and Jupiter, the holders of the timeline, you know, with about possibilities of creation and manifestation. Um, and then we've got Mars and Mercury, a divine masculine activation of Kundalini energies opening up our cellular structure to be able to hold more light and reaching up to the heights of our experience. Again, joy of the fire of creation and accessing creation energies and expressing creation energies, co-creating and grabbing a hold of our life again, living rather than just slowly dying. So, just very powerful activation in that backdrop of that fire trine saying, just keep the fires burning, smoldering. Just don't, you don't have to stoke it too big or anything. Just take your time, just go gradual, keep breathing, keep loving. We're cracking open. And when you crack open, you're going to find the deepest, darkest stuff, like Black Moon Lilith is showing us, that's been hidden down in there. And so that's going to have to be resolved. And we don't have a choice. In the past, maybe we've been and be like, yeah, maybe later. It's like, no, the fires are burning. Fires are burning, and all is being cleared away. And what are you going to replace it with? You know, this is part of Sun square Neptune. Who am I? In the heck am I? What am I even doing here? Am I something? Am I somebody? Do I even exist? And this is saying you exist when you fully access these creation energies and begin to work with them. Really, really expressing what's inside of you. And are you scared of what's inside of you? A lot of times, our deepest, most powerful gift is the most hidden. You know, our deepest talent that we've worked on in past lives. This is a big thing for SuperNovas. You didn't come here to learn in university what you're going to do in this lifetime. You have been preparing for this lifetime for many, many lifetimes. The gifts and skills you want to work with, these deepest treasures that we're excavating with all this Taurus energy, you know, they are the most hidden. And but your greatest gifts. And of course, in this pinnacle lifetime experience, in this pinnacle week of this pinnacle lifetime experience, you came here to fully experience life. And now it's time to bravely step into that. And this activation of our spiritual warrior, a brand new perspective with Mercury, sextile Mars, Black Moon, Lilith, and trying to Chiron. We're taking back our power. We're dropping the chains. And inevitably, our world must shift. And that's where we're at, precipice. I'm so glad we're here together, SuperNovas. I hope you'll consider joining this soul group session, a group intuitive session for this solstice, calling in the energies of this powerful group of souls that wants to do this deeper work together to examine in the Akashic records any shared past life pictures or information that can help us understand who are we and what are these deeper treasures and why have we kept ourselves so hidden from ourselves. Is our power really that scary? And so it's an incredibly potent time. And the beautiful thing about the timing of this soul group session is that we get to do it right at the exact time of the solstice. So we'll just be like fully in the energies. And what a beautiful celebration and honor to spend this time with you. So look out for the information to sign up for that soul group session. This is the quintessential offering of my lifetimes of work. It feels like to be able to access the Akashic records and help support you in opening up the door to that experience too. So I hope you'll be there with us. That's Wednesday, 21st at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. So incredibly potent times, and there's something beautiful happening too, as well as this sextile between Mars and Mercury. Black Moon Lilith, trine Chiron, a sextile between Saturn and Jupiter. We also have a sextile between Pluto. Even though Pluto's coming into this intense square with the nodes, Pluto is also making a sextile with Neptune in Pisces. So that is very powerful, and we'll be coming into a trine with Ceres there at the end of Virgo. And this is just awakening and opening these possibilities, this truth, this dream of this earth that we're here to reawaken and re-enliven and become a part of it. It's like we're grounding out, we're amplifying our energy and our frequency, but really it's about landing home and incarnating into our body, bringing that bigger spiritual self, that big mysterious self, and really landing home here. And this is the dream of Earth. When we engage in the dream, when we arrive here, we take our role and we take our part, and that's everything that the stars are saying to us right now. It's about get into your places and find your. The picture that's coming is like beautiful mandala of interswirling patterns and colors and shapes. And it's like, where are you in that? Don't forget you're here. We're here as a part of something. We're part of Gaia, right? And that's a big part of this energy right now. It's like we're coming home to our dream, our planet, our love, our mother. And she's awakening and holding us with the fire of her love. So, but it seems that the message may be that in order to really enliven and awaken and reawaken the dream of Earth, we have to take our places in our body, landing home. And this is the energy of the nodes. The nodes moved from 3 degrees Taurus and Scorpio to 2 degrees. They go backwards through the signs on the 17th. And then just after the solstice, the nodes will again move from 2 degrees Taurus and Scorpio to 1 degree. And that's when it's game on. So it's like we have this beautiful bloom of solstice energies, of possibilities, of sextile land, and a fire trine, and the slow burning creative fires reawakening the dream in every cell of our body. And then on the 24th is when that shift happens, and Pluto and the nodes will only be 1 degree out of square. And that's when it's like game on. And so powerful energies at the end of the month. And just as we move into this big shifting time of the July and August 2023, I'm so glad we're here together. And I'm so glad that I got to connect with you about these magical and mystical solstice energies. It could be that all those lifetimes you've been so close to grabbing a hold of your place in the sun and your expression here, and then thwarted at the last minute. These solstice energies are about achieving and establishing. It's like we've been running, kind of getting up that mountain, oh, almost there. Oh, I can feel it. I can see it. I can sense it. And this is like, boom, establishing is who you are here. No more fear of your power and who you are. You don't have time. It's embodying and landing home. So very beautiful energies. And I look forward to being with you energetically, whether you can come to the solstice event or not. Know we're together, SuperNova souls, through this beautiful week. Make time, make room for this love, this light, this remembering, this reactivation of the dream to enter into your reality, and you enter into the reality, into the dream. is that's the energy of this Saturn sextile Jupiter. So thanks so much, Supernova Souls. I look forward to being with you in these special energies and know we're together as we move through these epic times of change. So much love to you, Supernova Souls. I look forward to seeing you soon. Until then, I'm Adrienne Elise. Namaste.